Yoga teaches us that, yes, we are these individual expressions, but we're individual expressions of an undivided whole. Really, what we need is more healing in togetherness.
Robert, can you please tell me about your roots?
Born and raised in Ireland, feel a deep connection to the land and the rivers and the forests there. And more, my path is taking me into exploring what the ancient wisdom and spirituality is from that land.
How does all that weave into your work now?
Well, I'm technically the CEO at Kripalu. It sounds a little bit grandiose, so I don't really like speaking like this because I'm Irish, but my life is dedicated to service. It's taken me here to this beautiful organization, to this beautiful community, to this incredible staff. I'm just really, really proud of the work that we're doing.
What is Kripalu's why?
So Kripalu's why has really evolved over the years. When we were closed during the pandemic, we knew that the world was going to be fundamentally changed. And in the United States, there were two really big things happening. Obviously, there was the COVID pandemic that was really highlighting an incredible amount of trauma and anxiety that was already existing in our society. And George Floyd was murdered. We knew that when we reopened our doors, we had to be meeting those needs in the world in a more expanded way than we ever had before. We had spent most of our time and our years really focusing on individual transformation, which has been deeply impactful and powerful. I think what has emerged in the zeitgeist of society is that people know that there's no separation between the individual and the collective.
Right.
And then we decided as an organization, we were like, okay, now we got to live into this. That's the other thing that yoga teaches you, is that it's about being embodied in your why and being in integrity and alignment with your why.
We started as an ashram and then we became this education center and now we're a retreat center. And I think there's an idea about what a retreat center is. That's like a place you go for like a holiday to get a massage or something. And we're a nonprofit and we're here to make an impact.
People say, well, what is it like? Is it like a day spa or like a high-end luxury place? It's like, no. But this is a place where you can come and be held in real compassion, to be in a sort of an energetic field where people are asking themselves big questions, wanting to show up for themselves, for their relationships, for their community. This is a place to come and get to know yourself more deeply, and then to bring that new self back into your world. There's so much beauty in being a nonprofit. And what that allows us to do is to make decisions that aren't just about numbers. Like, what does the world need us to do?
With that, how could Kripalu be a resource for this world community and show up in a way that is radically accessible and a place of radical belonging?
We have been doing, and we're continuing to do, a lot of internal work around being a place of belonging. When more of America woke up to the reality of systemic racism in this country, a lot of people immediately started to say, well, let's talk about diversifying. For us, what was more important was that we bring in a culture of equity, and we do that foundational work of equity building first, because we didn't want folks coming into a community and an organization that was not ready to hold them. Now we can start to parallel this process of inclusion. We're seeing so many more teachers of color. They were not always a yes to teaching at Kripalu. And because they're coming, then more guests and students of color are saying, oh, wow, my teachers are here. Yes, I'll be here. So we have to continuously be listening very deeply as a spiritual practice to the voices that we've not listened to. And then the access is the wisdom teachings of the world should be accessible to everybody, no matter what. And so we've been finding ways to do that through many different initiatives that we've been running, like our nonprofit leadership retreats, our activist in residence program, the artist residency programs, all the new visionaries that we've been bringing in, the Amplifying Our Voices series, et cetera, et cetera. What it's enabling us to do is attract in all of these incredible people through scholarships. It's so worth it because the people that are coming here now, BIPOC community and the LGBTQIA community, they never thought Kripalu was a place for them. And they're coming and they're healing and they're saying that this can be their home. And that's profound. Again, we've tremendous work ahead of us and I'm up for it.
Yeah, thank you.